When you think about the future, do you see yourself relaxing on a beach, traveling the world, or maybe even starting a new hobby? But have you ever thought about how you're going to fund this dream retirement? The importance of retirement planning cannot be overstated. Neglecting it can lead to a future filled with financial worries rather than the blissful relaxation you're picturing. Today, we're going to discuss some common missteps people often make during this crucial planning process. In this video, we will explore the common retirement planning mistakes that you should avoid to secure a comfortable future. The first common mistake is not starting early. Many of us are guilty of this, thinking there's plenty of time to plan for retirement. But the truth is, time is a significant factor in building up your retirement savings. Let's take a moment to talk about the magic of compound interest. It's the process where the interest you earn on your savings is reinvested, and you start earning interest on your interest. It's like a snowball, rolling down a hill, growing larger and larger as it picks up more snow. The longer the snowball rolls, the bigger it gets. That's exactly how compound interest works with your savings. The more time your money has to grow, the more it will accumulate. Think about it. If you start saving for retirement in your 20s, as opposed to your 40s, you have an extra 2 decades for your money to grow. That's 20 years of compound interest working in your favor. It's not just about the amount you save, but also about how long that money has to grow. The benefits of starting early are clear. With more time, your money has more opportunity to grow, thanks to the power of compound interest. And the great part? You don't necessarily have to contribute more money. You just have to give your money more time to work for you. Remember, the earlier you start, the easier it is to build a sizable nest egg for your retirement. Another common mistake is relying solely on Social Security or your pension. This may seem like a safe bet, but let's delve into why this might not be enough for a comfortable retirement. First and foremost, the future of Social Security and pensions is uncertain. With an aging population and dwindling worker-to-retiree ratio, the systems are under immense strain. This could lead to reduced benefits in the future. Furthermore, the amount you receive from these sources may not be as substantial as you think. The average Social Security payout is less than half of the average worker's earnings, and pensions are not always guaranteed to keep up with the cost of living. So what happens if these benefits decrease or fail to meet your needs? You could find yourself in a challenging financial situation during what should be your golden years. It's a reality that many retirees face, and it's a situation that can be avoided with proper planning. That's where the importance of having multiple income streams comes into play. Having a diverse income portfolio can act as a financial safety net. It can include investments, rental income, part-time work, or even a small business. These additional sources can supplement your Social Security or pension, ensuring you have enough to cover your expenses and maintain your lifestyle. Let's consider investments, for example. A well-diversified investment portfolio can provide a steady income stream. It can grow over time and even outperform inflation, ensuring your purchasing power remains intact. Rental income can also provide a steady cash flow. If you own a rental property, the income generated can help cover your living expenses. Plus, the property itself can serve as a valuable asset that can be sold if needed. The key takeaway here is this: don't put all your retirement eggs in one basket. Social Security and pensions can play a crucial role in your retirement, but they shouldn't be your only source of income. Diversifying your income sources can provide a more secure and comfortable retirement. The third mistake is not accounting for inflation in your retirement plan. Inflation. It's a word we often hear in the financial world, but what exactly does it mean for your retirement plan? In essence, inflation is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is rising. This essentially reduces your purchasing power, meaning over time, the same amount of money will buy you less. Now let's imagine you've saved £1 million for retirement. Sounds like a hefty sum, right? Well, not necessarily. If we assume an inflation rate of 2% in 20 years, that £1 million will have the same purchasing power as just over £670,000 today. That's a substantial decrease in value. This is why it's crucial to factor in inflation when planning for retirement. It's not enough to simply save a certain amount of money and expect it to cover your costs indefinitely. As time goes on, the cost of living will inevitably rise, and if your savings don't keep pace with inflation, you could find yourself short on funds when you need it most. This doesn't mean you should panic. Far from it. But it does mean you should be smart about how you plan for your future. When calculating how much money you'll need for retirement, you should not only consider your expected expenses, but also take into account the projected rate of inflation. This will give you a more accurate picture of the amount you'll need to maintain your desired lifestyle. Inflation might seem like an abstract concept, but its effects on your retirement savings are very real. Remember, it's not just about how much you save, but also about how much that savings will be worth in the future. Consider investments that can potentially outpace inflation, such as stocks or real estate. These can provide a hedge against the eroding power of inflation, helping to ensure your retirement savings retain their value over the long term. Inflation is a silent threat to your retirement savings. Always account for it in your retirement planning. The fourth common mistake is ignoring potential healthcare costs. It's easy to overlook this aspect when planning for your golden years. But the truth is, healthcare costs can be a massive chunk of your retirement budget. Imagine you're sailing smoothly into your retirement. You've been diligent about saving and investing, and now you're ready to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But then an unexpected health issue arises, and suddenly your well-planned budget is thrown into disarray. Here's the thing, as we age, our healthcare needs tend to increase. This isn't always a comfortable topic to discuss, but it's a reality we must face. And these healthcare costs can be quite substantial. According to a study by Fidelity, a couple retiring at age 65 today can expect to spend about £285,000 on healthcare and medical expenses throughout retirement. That's a hefty sum. So, how do we navigate this potential financial minefield? It's simple. We plan for it. Just like your regular retirement savings, healthcare costs should be a line item in your budget. Start by understanding your potential health risks and the associated costs. Research the cost of health insurance, long-term care, and out-of-pocket expenses. Consider investing in a health savings account or HSA. These accounts allow you to set aside money for healthcare costs, tax-free. That's right, the money you contribute to an HSA is not subject to federal income tax at the time of deposit. Plus, the funds roll over and accumulate year to year if not spent, providing a useful nest egg for future medical expenses. Remember, planning for healthcare costs doesn't mean expecting the worst. It's about being financially prepared for the unexpected. It's about peace of mind, knowing you have a safety net in place, should you need it. Healthcare can be a significant expense in retirement. Plan for it to avoid draining your retirement savings. Now that we've discussed the common mistakes in retirement planning, let's summarize. We started with the mistake of not starting early. The power of compounding is a crucial factor in building a robust retirement fund. The earlier you start saving, the more time your money has to grow. If you haven't started yet, don't panic. Starting now is better than not starting at all. Start by setting aside a portion of your income for retirement today, no matter how small it may seem. Next, we talked about the risk of relying solely on Social Security or pensions. While these are essential components of retirement income, they may not be enough to maintain your desired lifestyle. Diversify your retirement income by investing in other avenues, such as mutual funds, real estate, or stocks. The goal is to have multiple income streams in your golden years. We also highlighted the mistake of not factoring in inflation. Remember, the value of money decreases over time. What seems sufficient today may not be enough in the future. Consider the impact of inflation when determining how much you need to save for retirement. Adjust your investment strategy to ensure your retirement fund grows at a rate that outpaces inflation. Finally, we discussed the importance of not ignoring healthcare costs. As we age, healthcare becomes more crucial and potentially more expensive. Allocate a portion of your retirement savings specifically for healthcare costs. Consider investing in health insurance or a health savings account to help mitigate these expenses. In conclusion, successful retirement planning involves starting early, diversifying your income sources, factoring in inflation, and planning for healthcare costs. Each of these elements is a piece of the puzzle that, when fitted together, can provide a comfortable and secure retirement. Avoiding these common mistakes can help you achieve the retirement you've always dreamed of. Remember, it's never too late to start planning for your future.